What's up, everybody? This is SanchoWest, and welcome to Interrogation Tips and Tactics video. Oh yeah, guys, I'm going to give you all the tips and tactics that I know, and I hope you like and you share and subscribe. And remember, I'm not the end-all be-all, so don't hold everything to heart. Leave a comment below if you have any other tips. So let's get this lesson started. Video game school, engage! Alright guys, first off, let me break this down to you. In interrogation, no Molotovs, no nail bombs, no smoke bombs, no shotguns, no Diablos, no boards, no flamethrowers, and no reviving, no armor. That's right, I don't want you to use any of these things during the first part in interrogation mode. It's all about interrogations, okay? Save these for later, trust me. Also, another important thing, don't revive. You heard me? If you're the only person out there, don't revive. I want you to bait instead of reviving. If you have to revive in a team of 3. It's because right now the most important thing is your word, okay? Interrogation is all about keeping your word and keeping your secret of the safe safe. So don't revive people, let them die. Back to my point, protect your word. Your word's the most important thing. So die if you have to. Your word is important. And this is a technique I like to do when I'm surrounded by my enemy. It's called boom talk. That's right, boom talk. So you're all by yourself, you got 4 people coming down on you, drop a bomb. Drop a bomb and let the bomb do its work. And let the bomb pretty much take out you and the opponent that's interrogating you. That's boom talk. Remember that, folks. Interrogation, amigos, it's important. So don't be afraid to bail. Always bail when you're about to die, because bailing, it protects your word. Remember, you only have 5 as a team to interrogate. I strongly recommend shivving. Shivving's a great way, it's a great stealth tactic to get the interrogation as fast as possible. It cuts the frame rate down by a lot because you don't have to down somebody and then you don't have to interrogate them. So it cuts that frame rate in half. So essentially go for the shiv as much as you can. Another tactic that I've mentioned earlier, bait. You want to bait other people into showing up. The more people you can bait, the more interrogations you get. So here in this example, this video, I downed this guy. I let him go to his partner so I could reveal the other partner, and then I go to work, boom, get the double down, and I get the double interrogation. And that goes on vice versa for reviving. Let somebody show up. Also, a very important tactic to learn or to master for interrogation is flanking. Of course, that's for every single mode in The Last of Us, but it's very important in the opening half of interrogation. You only have 5 interrogations to get, and that can happen very quickly if you learn how to flank. If you need some tips on that, go to my stealth video. Learn how to do the opening stealth shiv. That opening stealth path will open up the gates for a lot of interrogations. You can interrogate your whole team, get 4 interrogations if your team works together. Here's another example of flanking. I go right here underneath in the, let's see, we're at high school. I go underneath, I do my work, I'm patient. See, a lot of these tips, they go together. And if you need tip, go to other videos, but just practice patience. If this is your first video, just practice patience, and when you get that flank, you can easily get that interrogation. Right here, I didn't have a shiv because that's in my part, but get flanking, learn flanking, understand that mechanic, folks. Okay, look, don't be a lone wolf. Now, you see in a lot of my videos, I'm the lone wolf, but I pay for that heavily. It's a high risk, high reward. I encourage you guys, if you're new into interrogation, or if you don't have a party, don't be the lone wolf. Stick with somebody, because if you're the lone wolf, you're easily going to give up the safe location. You're going to give up one of your interrogations. So don't be the lone wolf. Don't do it. It's not a good idea. Even me, SanchoWest, run into a lot of problems where I try to be Rambo, where I try to be the lone Lobo, and I get into trouble. And as you see, this mode requires you to stick together more than ever, because protect your word. It's just like if you're going to be interrogated, you don't want to give that up. So surround yourself with a partner, find a buddy. You get to a place where just in case you go down, they could help you out. So no lone wolfing, okay? It's hard for me. I'm a lone wolf by nature, but please, if you're very new to this game, do not lone wolf. Count your shots. What that means is if 2 of you guys are double teaming somebody, count your shots. You don't want to accidentally execute. You don't want to execute at all in this mode. Don't execute anybody, because that's a loss of interrogation. So count your shots. You see here, boom, 1 shot. That guy's down, but my partner accidentally shoots him and just kills him. So count your shots. And on another note, you gotta share. You don't have to get every single interrogation because of the animation takes so long. You're gonna have to share your interrogations, share as a team. I could have easily gone and got that interrogation, but I needed to go ahead and kill this guy, and now my partner right there gets the interrogation, and everybody's happy. All right, you work as a team to get those interrogations. Start to share. This community sometimes could be so, crawl away. I know that's a crazy thing, but remember what I said in the beginning? Protect your word. Crawl away and die. If you see fire that's the enemies, crawl in it and die. Do anything you can to get away from somebody. What am I looking at there? Don't look at somebody when they're doing shit. Just crawl away. But of course, there are times you're still gonna get interrogated, and you have to do your best and just crawl away. I like to be on top of something, so when I get shot, I could stay up there, or I could just fall down on the ledge. So that way, it just wasted time there. On this clip right here, I actually downed somebody, but I'm too anxious, not practicing patience, and the guy with the shotty right there goes to work. But luckily, a partner shows up and distracts him and gives me the ability to crawl away. So do whatever you can to protect those interrogations, because 5 is not a lot. 5 could happen very fast. I've been a part of a lot of matches where, boom, blink of an eye, less than a minute, boom, 5 interrogations. So no mollies, okay? No Molotovs and no nail boards. See, a molly right there, it becomes a death and a kill. I use the footage of after they got the fact of that, but just no nail boards, none of that. Look, guys, you gotta save all that. You need to save all that for your assault on the safe. So no mollies, no nail boards, no boards, no bombs, don't use all that. Then let me talk about something right here, what I mean, exchanges. Sometimes you're gonna get to the point where you're like, okay, if I could get 3 interrogations and only give up 1 or 2, then I win. Now, of course, you don't want to give up any interrogations, but think of that in that aspect. You need to come up on top on every exchange with the enemy. You know, right there, we got 3 interrogations, but we gave up 2, but that's a win right there. All right, back to crawling. You want to die in the open. If you die, crawl to an open space and let your team members know that you died. This is what I mean, don't revive. Bait. This is a great opportunity. If your partner knows that you're down, and tell them crawl in the open, tell them to get to a better spot. Right there, okay, right there, my shooting's a little bit off. But, and I did not stop the interrogation, but when you go down, tell somebody I'm down and crawl up to an open area. I strongly recommend that. That way more people could show up and I go down, and that way you get more downs, and hopefully that will lead to more interrogations. On to my next point, team up. Find somebody to team up with. You know, partner up, message me, go to the subreddit, get some friends, because they can help you stop interrogations. So team up. Alright guys, check out this bonus clip. You ever seen a triple shiv? You ever seen 3 people shiv somebody, a whole team at the same time? Look at this. Shiv on the right happening, shiv right there, shiv on the left. That's 3 shivs. The triple shiv, ladies and gentlemen, and we end that round like that, like a covert group. Yeah, like that, triple shiv. Quick tip, use the scoreboard to see how many players are alive. Because they don't have no more of the little outlines of men to tell you how many men are alive, go to the scoreboard. If you see a strike through the name, that means they're dead. That's just a quick tip from SanchoWest. Before I forget, you need to have 2 different classes. You need to have an offensive class and you need to have a defensive class. And that's all based on your personal preference. But remember, use your 2 classes, especially during the assault phase. On to the next thing, the second round. Now you know where the safe is. What mainly happens is people start defending it and forming defense, and a lot of people like to go one at a time, like this. Let's go to the graphics right here, ladies and gentlemen. Look, don't do that, okay? The first objective you want to do is the inside out. You want to go ahead as a team, take out everybody, and then form a perimeter around the safe while someone's cracking it, 1 person, and then they're always gonna spawn a little bit off. To the like, there's 1 spawn point. Sometimes they spawn right on top of you, but right there, inside out, form a perimeter. That's a key to breaking the safe as a unit. Here's some other things I strongly recommend. There's always needs to be someone defending the safe, no doubt about it. When it's time to assault and they know the location of your safe, time to defend. But you could also use another tactic that I like called the 2 for 2. 2 people defend the safe. That way, no matter what, you know what's gonna happen. And once they die, the other 2 who just died defend the safe. Try that out, the 2 for 2. Boom, chaka boom. You gotta defend the safe, guys, period. No excuses. No excuses. Next tactic that I like to bring up for assaulting the safe. Now, they're gonna lay a lot of bombs, and I call this a minesweeper. A A lot of people go crazy, so what you need to do is get rid of those bombs. This is where your Molotovs come into play. Be a minesweeper. Use your bombs, use your mollies to get rid of those bombs. A lot of people love to plant around the safe. You can even run. Make sure you have armor. Run right through. Use marathon if you'd like to get rid of those bombs. Do that first before you try to crack the safe. I call that the minesweeper. Remember that. It's an important tactic to do before you get busy and start to crack that safe. Here's another team tactic, what I like to call spawn point, where one person gets a strategic level 3 perk and essentially becomes a spawn point. You go a little bit off the map so you're too close to your enemies, or you get so close to the safe, and then you can be a constant barrage. So that way your teammates can spawn on you. It's a great tactic they used to use in Starhawk. Spawn point, guys. It's an awesome tactic to use. Let's go to some footage. Look, don't kill. When you get somebody down, do not execute them. Do not. I made that mistake. You want to keep them alive. Look, this is what I mean. When you get the down, you see an opportunity to kill somebody, just let it go. Let them walk around and stay down. They're gonna eat up some clock, and that way that gives you plenty of time to go crack the safe. Because if you kill them, they're just gonna spawn back faster, and that's important when you're in overtime as well. Unlock. What I mean by that, of course you need to unlock the safe, but what I mean by unlock is that's the most important thing when you're near the safe. After you clear the bombs and whatnot, after you do all your business, you need to unlock and stay there. You see, the way it works is every lock has 3 levels. Now, when you know you're about to die, and I see on this radar, they're coming after me, they know I'm going to work on their safe, you need to stay there until at least you pass a level. Now, if you get to the point where you're nowhere near that next level, then get off the safe. But it's important to unlock as much as you can. Try to get to that next little barrier or little marker. That way, when you go back there, it's easy. Now, sometimes you have to do your best to protect your partner, but sometimes you gotta even go through the fire, suffer through the fire to unlock, because it's important for the assault, especially when you get to overtime, and the further along you are in that level, and like say you're in the second level, and then when you're practicing the actual unlocking again in overtime, it's gonna go by so much faster, and it's just very important to do that. And also, here's another quick tip. While I'm going towards the safe, sometimes you gotta leave some bombs and you gotta watch the man. And because unlocking is important, you gotta sacrifice yourself. See this guy right here? He has a shotgun, goes to work. I don't care, I knew I'm gonna die. I made a mistake going to get a shotgun, but I made the sacrifice, and now he doesn't have any shotgun shells to kill my partner. My partner goes to shoddy work and gets the down and then gets the safe. Unlocking is the most important thing in the assault. Back to my point about the little graphic about minesweeping. Here, I don't make the mistake. What you want to do in terms of the inside out is start laying bombs along the way to the safe. So that way when they spawn and come back, they run into your own bombs. So essentially it's making them your own spawn point, or your own camp. That's the word I was looking for. Right there, I did not do a minesweep, and I go down. So do a minesweep, throw a Molotov, throw a molly, throw a smoke bomb, run by through. So that way you avoid that. Here's inside out in practice. I'm leaving bombs along the way, so that way, or making a perimeter to use the bombs. That's a great tactic as well. Using the bombs, yeah, you see, there's all 4 of us here. We're making a perimeter. We're making this our camp, kind of like spawn camping or whatever thing of that sort. You want to make this your new perimeter and go to work. That's another great tactic right there. Is when someone's going to work and they made a little camp at your area, you better bombard that with Molotovs and smoke bombs. But as someone who's assaulting the safe, build a perimeter, build a circle around that safe. That way they won't spawn directly on top of you, and they're usually going to spawn in one place. So keep an eye out for that spawn point, because that's where they're constantly going to go through after you're downing people. But remember, don't kill them. Let them crawl around. Very important. And here's a successful inside-out tactic right here in Billstown in the garage. Using the shotgun. See, this is where all the purchasable weapons come to play. The shotgun, the military sniper, which I don't recommend, by the way. I only recommend the flamethrower and the shotgun for the assault, especially when you're defending it, which I'll get to later. But using the shotgun, using the smoke bombs, mollies, we're able to get inside the inside out, and then we protect the safe opener, and that's it. Here's another tactic that a lot of people don't want to do. It's not a sexy tactic. It's not very held high. It's not very sexy to record. You get my point. It's distraction. I go to their spawn point, which I knew on this town is near the church on the right, and I'm just there to distract. My man is over there in the alley opening the safe, and I see that they're coming down on them, so I do my best just to go, just make distractions. I down some people along the way because this other team makes a mistake and decides they want to go after me. I do ring around the rosies, I do hardcore parkour, anything I can to get the attention off the crack safers, or the safe crackers, whatever you want to call them, and that's a great tactic right there, is distract. Here's another great tactic. When you are down by a lot and people are coming after your safe, they're gonna come to you. So if you don't have all the interrogations and they do, I recommend hanging around the safe. Everybody defend the safe, so they're gonna come to you, and that's the way you're gonna get your interrogations. Because usually they're gonna be very aggressive and they're gonna come at you maybe one or two at a time, and that's a perfect opportunity to get interrogations when you're just doing terribly in the first half. So defense is very important when you're down by a lot. Plant, rig your safe, do anything you can just to get those interrogations. And I don't recommend hunting for interrogations after your safe is exposed. Go to the safe and defend it. Here's my point right here. Defending. It's something that you have to get used to in interrogation mode. And that's where the flamethrower and, like I said, the shotgun come into play. As you see here, everybody's defending the safe. You gotta have at least one person defending the safe. Somebody who's willing to take on that task. Also somebody who understands that it's gonna be dead, it's gonna be boring, but guys, it's important to defend the safe. And one or two people, it's great. And that you have to go in there with a shotgun. Something's powerful to knock them off their way. And I like the flamethrower. That's my personal choice. It's an instant kill. It gets them out of there. I know you said don't kill them, but hey, sometimes you got to go to work and get them out of there. And you can defend as well by distracting them. Using the bow and arrow, I'm not hitting them, but I'm distracting them, and he pulled away for that safe for a split second, and I still got the W. And, you know, I just want to make a point about defending. A lot of people don't want to do it. It's not sexy, but it's important to do it because you can't have everybody over there, and you have to be a skilled player to defend by yourself. So if you're not that much of a skilled player, get somebody else there. Here's a great point, a vantage point to defend the high school. I think high school is probably the best map for interrogation. It's kind of balanced, but here in the gym is the easiest way to defend, simply because it has different levels. And I made this clip last to prove to you guys that defending will get you the W. Defending, being the sacrifice, will get you the win. And it's just something that a lot of people don't want to do in the community that I find. So find yourselves a group of teammates that are cool. Find somebody. If no one wants to step up and defend, be that person that defends. Be the unsung hero here. And that's why I ended this interrogation video with the defense. Defense. You don't win championships without defense. Thank you guys for checking out my videos. You guys are awesome subscribers. Like, share, and below. If you have any other additional tips, please leave them below. Remember, I'm not the end-all, be-all. I'm just here just to help you guys along. Thank you very much. Peace out. Oh, yeah.
Side.